The views and opinions on Pain Train Pipebomb are of the cast and crew only. Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer and listener discretion is advised. Pain Train Pipebomb Productions presents Pain Train Pipebomb, starring Melissa Mitro, Meice Gonzales, and Ricky Litwinkowich. You can find us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Give Us a Shot Network, IPMNation.com, YouTube, Instagram, and Sound Machine FM. Need merch? Go to shop.spreadshirt.paintrainpipebomb.com or paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com. This show is produced and edited by Ricky Litwinkowich and Chris Rex. Recorded and produced in Brooklyn, New York, Tobyhanna, Pennsylvania, and Mesa, Arizona. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Pain Train Pipebomb, where we're having audio issues here at the studio. I can't hear shit. All the volumes are all shitty. I have no idea.
What did you name the show?
I thought last week was dirty.
I think we should call the show Ricky's Mean.
I don't even know if anybody can hear us.
You guys got to hear what he says to us before we come on. You would all think the same. Like, seriously.
So I had to work this morning, right? But I couldn't fall asleep last night. So I didn't fall asleep until like almost 5 o'clock this morning. Then I had to be up at 7 to start work. So I only slept like a little over 2 hours. So I said to Ricky earlier, if I don't go to sleep now, I am never making the show tonight. I woke up, it was 7:02. Now, normally Ricky comes to pick me up, like 20 after 7, quarter after 7. At 7:02, I'm still laying in my bed in the dark. So I said to him, I was like, if you don't give me a couple of minutes to make my face look like it's awake, I'm not going. Like, I can't go. I can't go like this. So it's been an hour. I'm a little more shiny and happy than I was when I first woke up at 7:02. And then I come here and I sit down and I take my hair out of this knotty bun and it falls. And it sort of looks like I brushed it because it's a little dark and you can't really see, so it's good. And then Meice shows up. Right? The beauty queen from the West. She's got curls. She's got eyelashes. Her makeup's done. I look like I just rolled out of a crypt someplace, and Meice rolls in all pretty and shiny. So we were sitting here, and we always talk before the show, and I said to Meice, I was like, you always look so nice. Like, I look like literally like I just rolled out of bed. And she's like, oh, next week I'll come here, and I won't wear anything. And I'm like, that's crap. So I was like, I'm sure she looks beautiful. She goes, do you think I just roll out of bed like this? To which Ricky replies,
say it, Ricky. Say what you said.
Looked like she's been in World War 18.
I've seen her when she first wakes up. She looks like she was in World War 18. Bitch. No.
How rude is that?
Would you rather me sugarcoat it and not say a fucking word and be like,
no, I want you to fucking not act like I'm a fucking
Diana every time she wakes up. No, I ain't fucking doing that.
I'm going to call it every fucking morning now when I wake up, because I'm going to tell you this right now. When I woke up this morning, I went straight onto poker, and I had people tell me I looked nice. Maybe it was because I still had makeup on from last night, but let's not fucking say shit.
Listen, there have been times where you give me the random phone call, okay? And I mean the random call. It's like, for me, 3:30 in the afternoon. For Meice, who's usually like 2 or 3 hours behind in time because of time difference, 2 time zones, okay? She's like, bro, I just woke up. Fuck. What the hell's going on? He's not had quite a few times a single drop of makeup, no eyelashes, nothing. She's like frantic. She looked like she woke up. One time she looked like a fucking ghost. Okay? No fucking joke. I got the ghost.
Gina, Ricky's
Bro.
ragging on your girl.
Bro,
You know what's crazy? You know what the fuck is crazy about this shit is I would rather him tell me that shit to my fucking face when I'm talking to him.
Well, now he is.
I need to do it on Showtime.
You want?
First of all, is my mom
The asshole back.
You know, like, I
is
think
my mom here?
we've all come to the conclusion that he doesn't fucking sugarcoat anything.
Okay.
And then I said to him,
I'm just like my mom. So if you have a problem with the way I look, take it up with my mother.
right before you came on, I said to him, do I look a little better? Like, do I have a little color in my face? He goes, you look like you looked like for Halloween a couple of years ago. I'm like, what is that? He goes, like a tired mom. Bitch, if I could fucking punch you.
Oh, I can punch him. Remember, I'm telling this shit up. I owe him 4 ass beatings, 5 ass chewings, and a couple slaps in the fucking face. He earned one today, too, just so you all know.
I'm trying to fix the fucking audio cable.
It's not working.
Well, it's some fucking went weird, and I gotta be able to hear shit somehow.
I wish I didn't hear some of the shit you just said.
I have no
So that's what started the pajama conversation, by the way, because I wore a robe for Halloween and in my pajamas, and they asked what I was, and I said I was ready for bed. That was my Halloween costume. So we were trying to bring that back. Like, all right, so we got a couple people here. Janet's here, Steven's here, Enzo's here, Gina. What would you guys say if we had like a pajama hangout one night? Like we all just wore pajamas on the show.
That wouldn't make any sense for me.
Why?
Well, because Ricky said he sleeps in his
I sleep in a t-shirt and underwear
And I
and my
sleep
socks.
naked. So you'll have to just come up with a freaking pajama that you can wear
I'm
on
here.
the show.
I can either have clothes on or too many clothes or halfway. Most of the time, it's just a big
Wait,
t-shirt.
don't you do that normally anyway? You only come halfway dressed?
Is this the girl you see through the bus? Fucking episode.
You've
You
said
changed
it
the title.
Wait. First off, you said this on the show numerous amounts of times, especially the day that we did the interview with Robots and Gods, and you showed up and you're like, thank God I'm wearing pants.
Or the day that she dropped her phone and we were like, oh my God, thank God she's got pants on, because that could have
So
been.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear.
What we say in pre-production as compared to what's on the fucking show are 2 fucking very serious different things. Yes, okay, sometimes I come here pantless. That's cool. You can't see that part anyway, so who cares? Tell me who in the fucking chat cares that whether I have pants on or not. You ain't gonna see shit anyways. I may have pants on right now. You just will never know.
Until you open your mouth and be like, hey, thank God I'm wearing pants today.
Yes, we'll never know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Listen, okay?
Hey, look, I agree with Bearman. You're so fucking cruel. Hey, just keep that shit up there with the boys. Us girls are sensitive to that shit.
Enzo, I do have 2 pairs of Patriots pajamas. I do have 2 pairs. So let's not worry about that part. Yes, Nick, I said dirty because apparently I got a lot of comments last week. I got messages, okay? They were like, when did you guys decide to talk about all of that stuff that you talked about last week?
Those are people that don't know that we talked about that for years.
But
Let's just be honest.
Macy's just freezing all over the place.
Yeah, Macy's freezing like bad. You're like glitchy. You're real good. Yeah, you're really glitchy. Nick said you're low.
Would you rather me talk like this because both of them are on the same board? Unless I got to take the.
Right if your face is gonna freeze like that.
You know,
We didn't see nobody walking around like that though.
I just may have to take the filters off.
Oh man, I'm hot now.
All right, I took the filters off. Hopefully that makes everything louder. Because I don't know.
You said all the audio is low.
Nick, something happened with the audio. I have no clue what happened.
You'll just have to hold your phone a little closer to your face or something.
Or put the audio all the way up. I don't know. There is.
I mean, I can move my mic closer, but you know,
I have no idea. I changed. I went through everything on here. That audio is high. It's got to be a PC problem. It's a PC problem because I was good on the other show.
life just hates us. Just putting it out
I'm not surprised.
We're not paying if there's no. What's the, oh, he said Meice. It's MEI.
Yeah, he put it the next one.
I know, but he still spelled it wrong.
No, it's not. Oh, actually, wait. Let me double check that. Make sure. I don't think there's any extra settings on this board for that. Oh.
So either way, my tired face, I did get coffee to drink because I thought maybe it would give me like some extra something. And as I sat down, Ricky goes, "You have arm Ebola." So I was trying to figure out why the hell my arm was glitchy, and then I realized I wore a green shirt in front of a green screen. I'm doing good today. I am doing really good today, I tell you.
I have no idea. Everything is set perfect. Now I just even boosted the microphone a little bit.
It's in wrong. Really, I thought it was something else, Nick.
You know what? This fucking thing has got like Tourette's syndrome or some shit. Because
I'm not going to hear you a little bit in my headphones.
Yeah, but the microphone volume keeps going up and down. Again.
What's going on, Miss Coffee?
Oh yeah, that's right. I did share it to IPM. I forgot. My bad.
Jenny, you missed the whole conversation about how Ricky's mean.
He's not mean.
If you have any I've been tortured by Ricky stories, feel free to share them.
No, I can't torture her. She's
we don't have enough time in the show for that.
Anybody else have I've been tortured by Ricky stories?
No, she'll cut me.
Because, you can just put them right there in the comments. I will read them, and Ricky will see what the buddy is all the time.
No, she'll cut me. She's got knives. She has lots and lots of knives.
Jenny,
okay?
We need your help. We're going to single-handedly jump Ricky as he's coming out his house for a smoke at 4 in the morning.
All right, so apparently Enzo wants me to talk about these messages I got.
Retro.
So people were like, wow, you guys were talking about like sex dolls and shit, and you guys were really perverted. Well, if you are a new viewer to Paintrain Pipebomb, just know that in the beginning, there was whiteguyanger, it just was not labeled. Okay? That's the first part. So me getting angry is normal. Secondly, we were probably one of the dirtiest shows on Facebook and YouTube until we got to Twitch. Okay? And, yeah, it was horrible. Absolute horrible. So, I don't know. But I decided that the new year came and I'm getting dirty again. Like Pigpen dirty.
Listen, we used to do this all the time.
I never stopped being dirty.
We kind of steered away from it. I'm not really sure why, but we did. I think it's because we spent about 26 episodes talking about asking if people could see us or hear us, which really took up most of our episode time for weeks and weeks and weeks. And it kind of like got us off track. Now I feel like we're getting back to what we were doing before, like what we talk about on a regular basis, like our normal conversations in life. That's what we share with everybody.
Getting back to the root.
All right, I'm going to change an audio setting because this is what we do. We're not going to be able to hear ourselves, though.
Janet said, what's the difference between hungry and horny? It's where you stick the cucumber.
Wow, Janet. Tell me what else you
Just putting it out there.
Yet.
Okay, maybe this might... Oh, shit, that might be loud. Oh. I fixed that one. Okay, but now maybe everything might actually be heard. Good thing for changing software. All right. So
Steven said, how do you circumcise a hillbilly? You kick a sister in the jaw.
Speaking of Jaws.
Oh,
Speaking
man.
of Jaws.
Don't get me started on Jaws.
Now, you didn't hear Pipebomb Radio NYC yesterday. I have this glorious, absolute glorious idea that I am going to reach out to Mr. Stephen King, whom I think would be the perfect person to do this idea.
She said it's much better.
Good. So here is my idea. I want to reach out to Stephen King, and I want him to redo the movie Jaws.
Why?
After first sitting there watching the first one with the iconic line in, I think it's the extended cut, where the first the girl is getting attacked by Jaws, she goes, "Ow, that hurts."
Did you ever hear that, Meice? Did you ever? Okay, so Jaws is probably in my top 3 all-time favorite movies. It is. So, once a summer, we have a private beach by my house, and they put up a big screen, and you can sit on the beach and you can watch Jaws. So Ricky came with me one year, and they had like this uncut edit, like
Extended cut.
The extended cut. It had a bunch of extra crap in it. And when they're flinging Chrissy around in the beginning, when the shark is flinging her around, she grabs onto the buoy. The shark grabs her, and she goes, "Ow, that hurts!" If you've never heard it before, like we heard it, and we were like, "Did she just say that hurts?"
And
of course, it fucking hurts.
My deal is, I turn around and go, "Obviously, bitch, you're being bit by a shark." But anyway, so this past weekend, I think it was the Movie Channel.
American Movie
Classics. They showed the entire Jaws movie marathon. Okay,
yes, all 4 movies.
So,
There's 4 movies?
There's 4.
There's 4. Okay,
1, 2, 3, and The Revenge.
Okay, so now I am sitting there and I'm like, these movies are like 30 plus years old, and it's the irony that later on. That at the end of every movie, Jaws dies. Plain and simple, Jaws dies.
Well, how's there a second movie and Jaws died in the first one?
Different shark.
Then is it not Jaws? It's somebody else then, right?
Again, it's a great white shark dying at the end of every Jaws movie.
If you've not seen Jaws, Ricky just gave away the ending.
Spoiler, I don't give a fuck. So now I'm sitting there thinking to myself, how would you change the Jaws movie? Well, here's how Rick changes the Jaws movie. First off, it's not one great white shark. It's 3. 3 of them. 3 of those big 2,000-pound chaotic motherfuckers swimming around in the water. Okay? And instead of only one shark at the end of the movie being the prevalent one dies and the other 2 live and kill off all the heroes.
Well, Jaws 3D is the 3rd movie, Janet.
Which was absolutely horrible.
Which was by far the worst one of the Jaws movies. It is horrendous if you've never seen it. I'm sorry. I'm just such a Jaws fan. Like I totally am. My brother this summer went to go see where they filmed Jaws, and they sent me such amazing pictures. Like I had to see it for myself. Like if I couldn't go, I had to see it. But it was amazing.
But again, I want perfect movies where the villains win. Like, it's so sad to know that you go, like, first off, if you've seen the first one, right? Oh, Jaws dies. And then you go for Jaws 2. You kind of think maybe there may be something really good. No.
There
Jaws
is a
loses
baby
again.
shark. Don't laugh. Gina, in the third movie, there is a baby shark. They do. I'm not joking.
It should. The next Jaws movie should be Jaws: Revenge of the Kin, and the Kin win. I'm telling you, that would be the perfect Jaws movie. Let the fucking sharks win.
Only you would think the villain has to win.
Because we were talking about it, and he said something about, he's like, why would you watch this if you know Jaws is going to die? I said, why would you watch Titanic if you know the boat's going to sink? It's the same freaking concept.
And why would you watch the movie fucking Titanic if in school they're teaching you about the Titanic sinking? So you go into watching the movie, this whole dramatical fucking production for 3.5 fucking hours, and you know the fucking boat sinks anyway. Why the fuck would you do that?
Because it's part of history.
Why would you waste $17 to $26 of going into the movie theater knowing the boat fucking sinks?
Because this way you know how it happens. It's a real story.
It's historical.
And who the fuck wants to see fucking Leonardo DiCaprio anyway?
The poor thing. He died.
Fuck him. Fuck Leo.
He's a blue-eyed babe.
Oh my God. I found out a fact. You know how we always said like that she was floating on the door and we couldn't understand why she like couldn't scooch over and let him up on the door, and that's why he froze to death in the water?
Mm-hmm.
There were pictures. I found this weird thing online, and of course, because I went back to save it, it was gone. That she actually wasn't on a door. She was on a piece of the door frame. The doors were underneath it, and there was this big like archway on top of the doors. She was on the archway, not on the door, because if she had been on the door, there would have been enough room.
Bearman, are you trying to reach out to us?
They showed a picture of it, and it made so much more sense that it was the top part of the door and not the door itself.
All right.
I still think that she could have just moved sideways and put her feet in the water.
I really think he could have laid right directly on top of her, and they would have been fine.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Let's have some water porn at the end of Titanic. Have him lay on top of her.
I'm down. Send me the link.
Listen, they already had sex on the boat. Everybody knew it. So you don't have to worry about it having sex in the water. It would have just been a different location.
All right. Now that I've got the...
they already had some steamy fucking sex in that fucking car.
In the car.
Old ass fucking sex in the fucking
with the hands.
Probably shrinkage, that's why.
Yeah, shrinkage. They would somehow fucking make fucking Leonardo DiCaprio's penis stand up. Shrinkage. Please. Didn't even know about Viagra back in the day, but now in the movie,
He was a young lad. What did he need Viagra for?
Right.
Cold water. You shrivel up like a stack of dimes.
They weren't screwing in the water. They were having sex in the car.
Experience with balls in cold water. But if you would like to show us for experimental, I'm down to see.
Anyways. So apparently, now that my anger issues have started, there are top universities that are trying to muscle their students. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And I mean muscle by legit at some points trying to shut them up. Found this very, very interesting post or a article about top college universities that are banishing words out of their students' vocabularies while they go to school.
Okay.
They are trying to shut up the next generation of adults by pulling this stupidity of making them not say words in the fucking dictionary.
What words?
So some of these supposed words, and this is this main part is from Michigan University. They do not want them to use words or phrases such as "wait, what?" which is like a fucking known thing when somebody says something to you that shocks you. You'd be like, wait, what? Exactly. They do not want you using that language. Like, they want to try to teach their fucking students how to re-talk so that way these phrases are not used. You know what I say, Michigan University? Fuck you.
Is that really like the only thing?
No, there's more. Second phrase. You're not allowed to say the phrase, no worries.
I say that like probably 50 times a day.
Now, in our business, because, you know, we're on the mics or we do a lot of productions or whatever, if one of our group doesn't pick up the thing, we always say no worries because there's always somebody to pick them up. So they're not supposed to be saying these fucking things. Okay?
That's obnoxious.
Let's see here. Other things of other words. You're not allowed to say the word surely. Surely.
Okay.
You're not allowed to say the word classic.
What?
You're not allowed to say the word romance. And the word that we do not use on this show because it gets us demonetized, the C with the number at the end. You're not allowed to talk about the global bastard. You're not allowed to mention the global bastard's name or any form of the global bastard's name.
What happened to freedom of speech and where's that going here in America?
Tell that to the idiots at fucking Michigan University.
What are you eating on that knife?
Peanut butter.
And she holds the knife with the blade part near her tongue. Didn't your mother ever... Gina! She's freaking licking a knife, Gina.
Oh.
The new normal is another phrase.
I have on myself.
The new normal is another phrase you're not allowed to say at Michigan University.
What?
The new normal.
The new normal?
So what is it? The updated version of old? Is that what you're supposed to use?
Yeah.
Because it sounds stupid. Oh, another thing. Supply chains.
So would you rather us say Hakuna Matata instead of no worries?
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to say the phrase "you're on mute." Now, again,
Alex, plastic knife still cuts chicken, does it not? It will cut a tongue.
plastic can be sharp. I mean, they use it in jail, for Christ's sakes.
Look. Do you see what she just did?
What?
She just ran her finger over the blade part of the freaking knife. Not on the flat part, on the cutting side. Look what she's doing. Please stop doing please. I have this mother thing going on in my brain where you're just going to cut yourself open in the middle of the show.
My mom's like, do it. You're just going to
I really just, as much as I love football, I cannot now associate anything with Michigan University. I cannot associate that Mr. Thomas Edward Brady wore number 10 playing for the Michigan Wolverines. I cannot even acknowledge that school anymore.
Why can't we just go there and hold up signs that say, like, no worries?
I would like to say, I'd like to have signs that say, stop prohibiting students from talking proper English.
You know what I would do, though? Just because they tell me that I can't, I'd probably go in there and only say those phrases.
I would like to see you have a whole conversation with just those phrases.
All right.
We're going to make a list of what they are, and Meice cannot say anything else but that for like a half hour.
Next up on the list, the women, both in this miraculous day and age, put up the exact same article.
That's because me and Meice,
within the hour.
We think alike.
Yes, within the hour.
Which is terrifying.
You guys both put up the same article. And you know what? You can read the article.
Well, you have to let me know these things.
Well, I have it up on the screen. You might as well do it because there was some type of women's intuition shit going on that I didn't know about. But I'm sitting there doing a show and I get the same fucking...
we want to talk about this shit, whatever it is, because I can't remember.
It's about the NyQuil chicken.
Oh, the NyQuil chicken.
Okay.
By the way, this specific news aired on 7 different radio stations.
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
Just before you ask, yes, I am having an issue with one of my lashes today, just so you know. Okay.
So apparently on TikTok, like TikTok has all these trends that people are doing, like the lick the toilet seat challenge or the Tide Pod challenge. Like these were all things that like all the stupid moronic kids were doing. There's apparently a new challenge on TikTok, and it's called NyQuil chicken. So it says the meal that's being cooked up is called NyQuil chicken, but it's also known as sleepy time chicken. And to prepare it, chicken is braised in nighttime cold medicine. So basically, blue NyQuil. The nighttime blue NyQuil? It says, in a video going viral, one TikToker removes some thinly sliced chicken breasts from a package, puts them in a pot, douses them with a full bottle of NyQuil, and cooks them up. A second video shows the meat being stirred in the blue concoction and then displayed with some tongs. All right? First of all, why would you do this? NyQuil is gross to begin with, but to cook your food in it, whatever. The trend hopped all over YouTube, where another video claims the recipe is a cold remedy. As new videos pop up showing the dish being made, other similar ones being concocted, like NyQuil pasta, experts are urging people not to make or eat foods cooked in NyQuil, warning that they are not at all a cold remedy. Like we didn't fucking know this. One doctor said when you cook enough medicine like NyQuil, you boil off the water and alcohol, leaving the chicken saturated with a super concentrated amounts of drugs in the meat. If you ate one of those cutlets completely cooked, it would be like you were actually consuming a quarter to a half a bottle of NyQuil.
Drug overdose.
So it just says, and if that weren't dangerous enough, there's another risk, according to a doctor. By cooking a medicine with multiple drugs in it on a stove, you've aerosolized it. That's a hell of a word. Aerosolized it. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. And are most likely inhaling it. Inhaled, these medicines also enter your bloodstream really quickly and are not going past your liver for detoxification. In other words, you're assholes for cooking this shit in NyQuil. Don't do it. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I've seen a lot of things in my life, but when I stumbled across that article, I was just like, bitches be doing anything nowadays to catch a buzz.
Yeah. I don't know. I was a good girl, Meice.
Wait. What, Janet? She hides her fucking condoms?
I don't even want to know why she's hiding condoms in a NyQuil bottle or a box.
Fucking Janet. Oh my lord.
Oh my god.
I have seen some people do some stupid shit. But in a way, why are you, first off, again, like they were said in our chat, they have fucking warning labels so you don't fucking do things like this.
Tick tick. Tick tick, mom. Tick tick.
And as you had said at the beginning of that article about challenge of licking toilet seats.
Yeah.
That's not a challenge.
I will mention that there is a certain bitch who just had a ultimate night with Antonio Brown who'd started that toilet seat shit, challenging everybody to get COVID. Or the global bastard, as we should say. Yeah. Now let's do fucking NyQuil. Let's all medically overdose and die. Somebody get me the fucking warning label for a NyQuil bottle.
That's just a waste.
Didn't you have NyQuil?
In the bathroom. Which is on the other side of this green screen.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Yeah, and my camera froze.
I'm not going down there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yours did freeze.
Yep.
It looks like hiding smoke. I mean, never mind.
What?
It looks like he's like down, like doing things he shouldn't be doing.
Oh, you want to know why? Because my StreamYard closed.
Oh.
Weird.
No, the whole browser froze. Okay, they can still hear me anyway.
Yeah.
No, me and Melissa are the face of the show. You're just the voice.
Yeah, I could be the voice. I'm okay with that. I don't know why it froze, but it froze.
You know what's funny? You froze and Meice unfroze.
I swear.
What are you going to do? Take turns through the whole show?
I don't know. I have to eject myself out and fucking. Oh, see,
you
it
poor
ejected me out
thing.
already.
Poor thing.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Yeah, but no, we must have been thinking the same thing because once I saw this, I posted it, and then yours came up probably 5 minutes after that.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's like a whole shit ton of radio stations that are all posting the same thing.
Don't worry, everybody. I am still here. I'm fixing it now.
The first time Ricky's video. That's the first time we noticed it.
Well, I'm paying attention to everything else and not the.
That's the first time we've noticed it.
I have to jump back in. It's
always something. There's never a time where there's not something going wrong.
Okay. So now we've talked about that. Let's talk about sex toys, shall we?
Oh.
Shocking. Us?
This is this is actually very interesting though. Okay? So apparently, obviously, the Winter Olympics are coming up, right? And there's all of those great fucking sports. You got skiing and figure skating and all that good fun shit.
Yeah.
So apparently, a sex toy company wanted to sponsor a curling team in the Olympics.
Okay.
But apparently the Olympic Committee said that it was too raunchy to be shown on worldwide TV sponsoring the curling team.
I'm shocked at that.
So a Dutch sex toy company's attempt to reach fans of the wholesome sport of curling led some broadcasters to cancel their live streams of tournaments that will determine the final spots in the Beijing Olympics. Local organizers of the Olympic qualification event in the Netherlands said that they were told on-ice ads with the Easy Toys name and non-explicit logo were too much for the U.S. audience.
I just want to know this. If they want to sponsor a curling team, I will join a curling team and they could sponsor me because all I can think of is the swag that I'm going to get from them. I'm down for the swag.
The Dutch media...
swag bag. That's what I want.
The Dutch media also reported that the live stream was also canceled in Japan. And let's just go out on a limb here and say that the Japanese, some of them are very big users of the paraphernalia, so to speak. You know, because not all Oriental men are hung. They do have tiny dicks. We did articles on that.
Do you know this for a fact?
We did articles on this. You did it.
Have we done?
We had Mr. We missed.
I've Googled them.
We did. That was the episode with. That was the episode with Mr. Aaron K. Where the Oriental guy tried to lift weights with his penis and it failed miserably.
Is that the one where he lost the ball?
Huh?
Did he lose the ball when he did that? Didn't he?
I don't think he had any nuts to begin with.
Makes sense. Can't lose anything.
Quote, I am not the right man to have an opinion, which is normal in which country. Promoter Dagmar van Stiphout had told the Associated Press. I think they're also surprised, but it's also best to ask them. The U.S. curling team tweeted on Sunday that the video of the Americans' opening round match was not available due to unforeseen sponsorship conflicts with the local organizing committee. So us in the United States could not watch our fellow U.S. guys do the curling deal because this sex toy company had their paraphernalia all over the rink, and NBC didn't want to air it. I'm serious. I think the female curling team should still have the sex toy company sponsoring them. I think so.
Dude, can you imagine the revenue that team is going to be sponsored with and all of the fucking nice uniforms they're going to have because sex toys sell? They probably make a chingo of money.
So Mr. Stephen Waldman went to bat for us.
Yes.
He got a picture of the warning label that says drowsiness, dizziness, blurred vision, upset stomach, nausea, nervousness, constipation, dry mouth, nose, throat may occur. If any of these persist or worsen, tell your doctor or pharmacist promptly.
All I could think of is the Pepto-Bismol commercial. When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. That's all I could think of when you were reading.
I just need Melissa share a fucking brain today.
Okay.
Does that not sound like Pepto-Bismol?
Next up on the sexual items list.
Items.
Exactly, Nick. Have you ever heard of a song where diarrhea was such a great word to like be sung like that?
Very interesting. Make sure you draw out the word diarrhea.
Diarrhea. Why do you something that I learned from my Scottish best friend? You know when you have, I just found my earring that got lost. I see it. Anywho,
I thought I had ADHD.
I do have ADHD, but my friend told me from Scotland, she asked me about ring sting, and I'm like, what the fuck is ring sting? I guess that's the shit that happens to your asshole when you have diarrhea and you wipe too much. You know how your butthole hurts? That's called ring sting. Just so you know, everybody, use it. Take it forward from this point forward, but it's called ring sting.
Anyway.
That was the most random.
Ricky's face! Did you see Ricky's face?
It was the most random, like, thing that could have just come out of her mouth.
Well, it has to do with diarrhea, so it kind of spits out.
You just need softer toilet paper. Anyway, next up on the dirty items list, this item is listed somewhere. I believe it is on Facebook. The lightly used vajankle. No low balls. I know what I got. It's being sold in Rootstown, Ohio for $100. Labeled the lightly used vajankle.
Would you want somebody else's spank toy?
I don't know if I would even really want to know that there is an object out there like this.
Would you want to buy someone else's spank toy?
Probably not.
Depends. Who did it belong to first? That's
A random man online.
I'm totally kidding.
A random online man who spanked and jizzed inside the vajankle is now selling it.
Is this a combination of foot fetish and perv?
It's a foot fetish deal that you can fuck a foot. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Fucking Nikes. This is ridiculous. I can't even look at it because it's staring at me.
See, like, I'm not a foot person. Like, I kind of ski feet. But that's not the worst foot I've ever seen.
Paintrainpipebomb.
Could you imagine you applying for a job and you get there and they say to you, what do your feet look like? And you're like, why? And they're like, because we want you to be a vajankle model.
I got Flintstone toes.
I would take the nearest vajankle item and shove it up their vajankle ass.
And you know, there is a person alive that is the person who is painting the toes of the vajankle as a job. You know that, right?
Yeah.
In a warehouse someplace.
I'm just worried because that looks like a real fucking foot. And after our conversation about foots being cut off, that is freaky to me.
Imagine this. You go for a job interview. So, I see you have a long work history here. Could you kindly tell me, could you explain that you worked in a factory manufacturing stuff? Oh, yeah. It was a vaginal factory, and I painted on the nail polish on the toenails for like 6 months. And then all of a sudden, I moved to a different part where I had to take all of like the rough spots off of the feet to make sure that they were packaged correctly. And the guy that's interviewing is like, you worked where and did what?
You did what? Where?
Imagine having to go through a job interview like that and be like, yeah, I worked at a vaginal factory.
I would just say
Do you think they have a whole factory specifically for vaginicals?
Remember back to last week where we were talking about the sex dolls and you'd be like, okay, which department did you work in? I worked in the boob fluffing department. Really?
I mean, is there enough of a market to have an entire factory dedicated to vaginicals?
I would have to think so.
Or is it like a sex unit, like a unit of a sex factory that is just, like in one corner you have a vaginical, on the other corner you have a shoulder, like how does that work?
That looks like a real foot. I can't take it. It looks like a real fucking foot until I see the fucking vagina.
Well, this one here is a female-oriented item. Another one that was sent in by one of our fans. The baby pod. The baby pod. Okay? The vaginal sound system.
He can't even get it out of his mouth.
The vaginal sound system that gives your fetus a concert.
Excuse me?
Now,
you have to insert it?
Yes.
It's like an amphitheater.
It's like a fucking vag plug that makes noise.
Before you go on, can I just say something?
What?
Like when I was pregnant, and I know that was ages ago because my daughter is going to be 18. So you figure 19 years ago, you know what we did for our children to listen to music?
You put it on your belly? The headphones?
I put headphones, wire ones, the old headphones with the wires that had the styrofoam little things at the bottom. I put it over my belly. I lay down and I put the headphones on my belly and I plugged it into my phone or to wherever I was plugging it into. And I put it on my belly. I didn't fucking shove a thing out my twat and freaking make the baby listen to it. It went on with headphones.
Does that have to only be used if you're pregnant? What if I want to have a booming vagina?
Apparently, they sell vaginicals on Amazon.
They do. They sell everything on Amazon. I'm just putting it out there. Everything.
And that is one ugly foot.
Can you imagine why would you buy a whole thing for just one little thing that you don't even sure if their ears work?
All right. Read the bottom of what that says.
So, Rack Riot, March 19th from last year, put in this week's episode of Things to Not Put Up Your Twat Tuesday. We have Baby Pod, the musical tampon that helps your baby. Somehow, it's a radio for your lady-o. It's jams for your clam, iTunes for your poon, a subwoofer for your muffer.
I give up. I've seen it all. I don't need to see anything else.
Could you imagine? All right, I'm just putting this scenario out there, right? Meice brings home a guy, right? And they're sitting and they're talking, and her vagina starts to let out a pleasant little song. And this man goes, "Where is that coming from?" And Meice's like, "Oh, I didn't tell you."
Yeah, you know what music's coming out of the fucking the baby pod?
I got a new speaker. Guess where it is?
I have the exact song that comes out of the baby pod. It's Slam by Onyx.
Oh my God.
Is that
But I got to figure out. You know what?
I was
think
thinking
we need,
Pony by Genuine.
I think we need to. I think we need to steal this gimmick here a little bit. I'm going to say this live on the air. I don't even care. It's things to not put up your twat Tuesday. Why can't we find something that it's like twat Thursday?
Yes, it's programmable, Janet. You can put on any music you'd like.
It's Bluetooth.
Right, Nicole? Pony, I told you.
Dude.
I'm telling you, that is the iconic
It's a blue
song. If you were gonna let a guy listen to your cooch, that is the iconic song to put on there.
How ironically wrong would it be if this is not a wireless device that you have to walk around with this thing in your fucking
sure
muff?
It has something to pull it out because
even
toys have a wire that I take that back. Not all of them do, but there is a specific one like the eggs. The eggs have a receiver on the end and they stick out. So, for easy removal.
I love the fact that they call it a jams for your climbs and all that shit. But what brought me to fucking really, really be upset about this is that they called it a musical fucking tampon. That looks not like a tampon. And believe me, during Shark Week, nobody's gonna shove a fucking speaker up there.
It kind of looks like a lollipop. Do you see that white thing that's sticking out the back?
I couldn't see it.
I don't think there is anything out of it.
Or is that just on the counter? It looks like a lollipop to me.
I think that's the shadow.
How much those run for? First off, and secondly, that
is there a specific name for them? Because I'm gonna have.
Yeah, it's called Baby Pod.
Hold on.
Did Apple bring that out?
No. This just sent in by our researchers behind the scenes.
Thank you guys.
It is on a wire.
Oh, you have to walk around with a wire dangling out of your crotch?
Babypod.net, there is a babypod.net. Hold on.
Oh, you just reminded me. I have a website that we need to talk about.
A small speaker for intravaginal use that allows you to share music and communicate with your baby and stimulates the development of their vocalization from before birth.
Well, I'm sure it's going to make me vocalize too.
It is recommended by gynecologists.
Okay.
Oh my.
Hold on.
Steven, I'm getting them all. You got to give me a minute. While she's looking up the information on the baby pod.
It literally, that's what it looks like.
Oh my God, it has to plug into your phone.
It plugs into your phone.
So literally, if I want to jam on the go, I got to just have my phone hanging between my legs.
Shall I screenshot this so you can put it on the screen?
Yeah. Stephen Waldman has gone out and found musical condoms entitled by the company Big Rooster.
Shut up, I want to do it. Do it.
Minimum order of 300,000 pieces. You have to buy 300,000 of these condoms as a minimum order. Big Rooster
condoms. You want to start using them just to see what kind of music they play?
No.
I'm down to try.
That's all I need is this fucking condom to start playing like Shania Twain.
Could you imagine the sound? I would be peeing myself. I'm telling you.
Imagine you wearing this musical condom and Shania Twain comes on and goes, "Man, I really feel like a woman," while you're wearing a rubber. I don't think so, Tim. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck that.
When the music speeds up, the faster you go. It slows down when you slow down.
Your penis probably could be playing dueling banjos while you're going back and forth.
No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
All right, before I get to the...
Maybe we could just give them out as gifts.
Before I get to the website that I've been waiting to talk about, to give them a shameless plug for like the last 2 weeks. We talked about Michigan University. Now we're going to talk about Maryland University.
I love this. When you posted this,
Maryland University sent out this flyer to all of their students, specifically the male ones.
Oh, I remember reading this.
It is the masturbation notice. It says, quote, masturbation in the showers is a violation of the University of Maryland's housing code. The shower drains are not designed to handle semen. Excessive amounts of semen in the drains cost thousands of dollars in maintenance and must be reflected in house prices increases next year. It's your money. Please jerk off in your own room. Small print. Please see your RA with any questions. Thank you for your cooperation. Now,
luckily only the boys are going to be increased in rent, not the girls. But
since when has semen been that volatile
That's exactly what
that
I
it
thought when
gets
I read that.
stuck in the fucking drain? Hair, I can see is possible.
I'm no expert, but doesn't it kind of mix with the water and just go down?
Yeah.
Once again, hair I can I could see being stuck in the drain. Okay.
Up right now.
I can see maybe if you have some type of really bad skin condition, the hair, not the hair, the skin may get caught in the drain. Cum does not get stuck in the drain. Okay?
Then again, do you follow your cum down the drain to make sure it gets all the way to where it belongs?
Who the fuck is going?
Does it clog your throat?
Fuck you! Fuck you! You know what sucks is I had to think about it.
She sat there for a second with like the look on her face, and she was like, "What?"
I mean, let's be honest here, right? Are these guys? Is everybody going through like the showers with like black lights to see if cum is still sitting in the drain?
Oh my God, I can't.
Like seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I think I might have turned Meice red on that one.
Are we gonna? Is the college now gonna say you can't throw?
Red?
Yes, you are. Yes, you
I
are.
think this might be the first time I ever turned her red.
Are we seriously then going to go make sure that they can't?
Yeah, because I sat there thinking like
Maryland's next memo to all their students: please do yourselves a favor. Do not throw your sanitary napkins that are filled with cum in the garbage cans. It fucks up the garbage disposals.
First of all, why are sanitary napkins filled with cum?
Because they're sanitary napkins.
That's not what they're used for.
that's not what a sanitary napkin is, bro. Sanitary napkin is a fucking pad.
Listen, guys can jerk at the pads.
Ew.
I want to see this.
Why would you do that?
Because some people are very discreet. They don't like to, throw it anywhere
what? I'll
else.
just buy you a pack of socks. You don't have to.
Janet
You don't have to waste money on sanitary napkins. I'll just get you a pair of socks.
Janet is trying to show us a Halloween costume.
I'm gonna straight buy you a box of tissues, bro. But then again, I thought you don't do that. Hasn't he said over and over?
I don't watch porn, so why should I have to?
I'm confused.
I don't watch porn.
You don't need porn to jerk off.
Oh,
You don't.
it's true.
I
I
have
don't.
imagination. Like this morning, I had the greatest imagination of something, but you don't have to have porn.
Thanks for letting everybody know that, Meice. Gotcha.
You know what? Everybody masturbates. I'm not the only one.
Gotcha.
And I didn't clog the drain when I did it either.
Me neither.
Okay. So late night TV brings us this next slide.
Oh
so
my
to speak.
God. You have been obsessed with this.
I
Obsessed.
think I've watched this commercial like 40 fucking times. Only because it's late night TV.
I'm scared.
It is a website for a drug called Xiaflex. The website name is bentcarrot.com, where throughout the entire commercial, they are showing you about 100 different misdirected shaped carrots. I really do kind of like feel bad that, if you do wax the carrot, so to speak, way too much and you do misshape your penis, yes, that's your problem.
I don't think that's what that's from.
Yes, that is what it is. Because according to that, that's clinically what they're saying in the
I think it's when you have a bent penis.
Well, normally it does come out straight when you're born. But if you are pounding,
have you ever been with a man with a bent penis, Meice? I just keep throwing this at her. Like, I'm just gonna keep hitting her all night. I'm not gonna lie, I have.
I think I'm in agreement with Ricky that it might have swayed a little bit to the right because the guy was right-handed.
This is why you need to be dually handed when you do it, so it stays straight your entire career.
Gotta be a switch hitter.
I don't know. I've been with somebody who had a bent carrot, and I just thought it was normal. It was just bent. Some of them bend.
I have a story for this, but I'm not telling this story on air.
I will say this though. I do.
The person who I'm going to talk about, I've invited him to watch the show before, and I'm pretty sure he liked the show. So I don't want to talk about his penis on this show.
By the way, apparently it's called Pyrenees disease, and apparently the medicine in question will correct your penis by 30 degrees.
Now, I have a question. If a dude has the straightest penis, can we not get it to turn up to hit the G-spot a little bit with the same medicine? Does that work like that?
No.
All right.
It's a straightening medicine, not a make your penis crooked medicine. But I just found it ironic that the website name itself is bentcarrot.com. Okay? Bentcarrot.com.
Meice has been obsessed with this commercial. And every time it comes on, he's like, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. The bent carrot. The bent carrot. We got to talk about it. What? Just rip it off. Just rip it off.
I know. You know what happened is they're new and I should have trimmed it, and I didn't trim this one because I was in a hurry. And now because I didn't trim it, it's poking me on the side.
So take it off.
It's poking her.
No, y'all will look like a reject.
Rip it off and rip the other one off too.
No.
What are you gonna do?
The end of it.
We've been talking about cock and somebody's missing.
Yeah.
We may not be saying it loud enough. Okay. You're talking about Dick, and she's not here. But we are going back to another Dick story. Cock Up is the title of this, as 3 giant stone penises have been stolen.
If you were going to steal anything, this would be something I would steal.
It'd probably be a cock.
Who the fuck steals a fucking stone dick?
I would.
Me and Melissa, I'm carrying the ball, she's carrying the shaft.
Could you see me and Meice running away with a giant rock penis?
So, a CCTV has left cops facing a hard job trying to find the culprit behind this crime. 3 giant penis-shaped garden ornaments have been snatched from a shop which hit the headlines as the owner refused to move one of the obscene statues from his window display. Jason Hadlow, 58 years old, of Simply Dutch in Leeming Bar, North Yorkshire, was forced to look as his beloved 4-foot masonry man-childs were seized in a 2010 incident following complaints from the public.
A 4-foot dick, Melissa.
A 4-foot concrete dick.
Whatever, it's a 4-foot dick, bro.
I would sit that shit right in front of my house in my garden. Put a little bird feeder next to it.
I use it feet on my front porch.
Plant flowers around it like a little shrine to penis in front of my house.
You know,
That would be like That would be like a dick with a fucking chia pet.
That's why, Melissa. You know why I have roosters in my kitchen, right? I like to be surrounded by cocks.
Surrounded by cock all the time. What's up, Bernard?
This incident, by the way, led to him starting the Free Willy campaign. With pictures of concrete penises appearing online in various locations. North Yorkshire police eventually bowed to the pressure and released the statue to the shops. 11 years later, final 3 ornaments were stolen around 10 p.m. this past Monday evening. The thieves also took 5 cast iron stags, 5 concrete dogs, and some concrete yams.
Yams?
Yes. There's an actually
I want the giant stone penis.
it comes with a
Oh, that motherfucker just
the lovely 4-foot statue comes with 1.5 parts because it doesn't have nuts. But that is the phallic statue.
What's going on, Kurt?
Kurt
You're
popped
just
in.
in
We're talking
time.
about this lovely
Kurt, Ricky was
Steph.
just saying that he was going to drop this giant concrete penis off to you as a gift for Christmas. Are you interested?
He would blush. He'd be like, "What the fuck?"
You just tell us what side of your house we're going to leave it on, and we'll just show up and place it for you.
Yeah, we can put it in your garden. I don't know if he has a garden or not. Yorkshire just so happens to be where Robert Irvine's born. That's great. Let's get it up the screen now. That's it. It's over. That's over. Done. He goes, "Why not?"
Why
laughing out loud. I hate to say it, but he kind of mentioned something that happened on Tuesday. He did. Bernard just mentioned something that happened on Tuesday. So, for those that don't know, Mr. Bernard is one of our family people on Pipebomb Productions.
Yep.
And he was airing the radio show on Tuesday while on set for Restaurant Impossible, to which Pipebomb Radio was being played all over the place. And indirectly, Robert Irvine requested ABBA for us to play on the air.
Yep.
And I got a shout out from Robert Irvine. So, for all those that said we were not going anywhere, Robert Irvine knows we exist. Okay? He knows we exist. I just wanted to know that that giant stone penises were stolen from his neighborhood. I don't think that's proper.
No, Kurt, you're stuck with the penis. You're stuck. You
I wanna
can't
be
say
stuck
no
with
to a
the
gift. If someone
the
shows
room.
up at your house with a 4-foot concrete penis, you can't say no.
That sounds like a good time to me, being stuck with a penis, Melissa.
It's
In a
like a housewarming gift. You know?
It'll keep you warm at night.
So I hope I'm hoping and praying, Kurt, are you by Jenny? Because this is a very controversial topic. Okay? This next one that's coming up. All right? I really have a rant about this fucking Nimrod. So a wife divides the internet with outrage because her husband wants to attend a funeral of a prison friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, long story short, the husband was in jail for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
While he was in jail, he met said person who passed away, right? Who guided him through his 5 years of being in prison. Kept him out of trouble, kept him with the right people, pretty much was like dad. Okay?
His bitch.
Kept
He was
him
a bitch.
safe.
Look at that.
Okay? So he gets out of jail, finds out that said fellow prison dude or whatever passes away. His wife does not want him to go to the funeral.
I don't understand it.
That's rude.
I don't.
Rude.
Does she have a reason?
According to the article, I'm just going to scroll down a little bit here. One man asked Reddit users if he was in the wrong after a disagreement with his wife over attending the funeral of a fellow inmate who essentially saved his life. The unnamed man said, I spent 6 years in prison and I've been out 8. When I was in prison, I met a man whose name is Scott, that they don't give his last name or whatever, who had already been in there for a long time. He was very much respected by most of the prison, and almost everybody left him alone. Fast forward, I just gave you all the rest of that shit. He says, for some reason that he took a liking to me or whatever, he became the father that I never really had. Apparently, though, his wife does not want him to go. She got upset with me and told me I already have a family now and that I should be focusing on my family, not the people I knew in prison. Why the fuck?
I just don't understand. Like, there's not even a good reason. Like, that's not, you could focus on your family and still go to a funeral.
I don't understand. Are you that
a valid reason? There's not a single valid reason why you shouldn't go.
Maybe
I'm a girl and I'm saying this.
Maybe that was his prison bitch, though.
Who cares? But you know what? Now he's dead.
You gotta get
Who cares?
something. Get something to get something, and maybe he had to blow him or something. I don't know.
So now I pose this to all of the couples in the that are currently watching, and there's probably a whole bunch more that are already there. How much of a big argument would this be if your significant other says, no, fuck you, you can't go? Are you going to fucking go anyway, spite what your
Yes.
significant other says, and then come back to like a fucking huge brawl when you come home?
I just don't understand.
Yeah.
I'm just not getting it. Like, there's not a single valid reason why he shouldn't be able to go. She's not giving a single valid reason. Not one.
Wow, you have a family. Congratulations. Homeboy took care of you for fucking all this time you were in the pen.
I kind of look at it as this. Okay, so when you have like people that are in the pinta, when they get locked up, those people kind of become their family.
Yeah.
And they watch each other's back. It's the same as if it's very similar to people who are in the military that go fight wars with people. They have certain kind of bonds. You're going to have a certain kind of bond with that person that you were in the pinta with, because those are the people that have your back and they become family. So I can understand why he would want to go. I can also understand why the wife wouldn't understand. But I don't think anybody should tell somebody they can't go to a funeral, regardless of how much interaction you had with that person. That's just rude. People die. What she have to be jealous about? He's gone, bro. Like, I don't know. I think it's wrong on her behalf.
I do too.
Okay, last week we spoke about the artist who sold air.
Yeah.
This week, we go back to the most popular item being sold on the internet. Farts in a jar. Farts in a jar.
Is this the newest article?
Yes, this is the newest article about farts in a jar.
This is the chick from 90 Day Fiancé that does.
Steph.
She's a New Yorker, that's why. Let's just say that.
Okay?
Just fucking kidding. Just fucking kidding.
Title of the article is Not Hot Air, reality star responds to critics of her fart in a jar business. Let my farts go. I talked about fart art last week, and everybody thought that was a great idea. Now we have...
You talked about poop art.
No, I called it about fart art. And I played a whole crap load of farts.
You did. You did.
I did.
You did.
Fart art. I'm going to sell a fucking fart for like $18,000.
I can't deal with you.
So it says here, reality star Stephanie Matto of 90 Day Fiancé is blasting back at her critics of fart in the jar businesses. The 31-year-old responded to someone who directly messaged her and called her a disgrace to women who had worked hard to prove their worth and fight for their equality. Did we not talk 2 weeks ago about a woman who was shitting on OnlyFans and making how much money?
Bro,
and yet nobody went after her?
I need to start sending out the links to my fans only because I need to start making some fucking money.
She goes on Instagram stories. This is the type of reaction from people that inspired me to create my platform at Unfiltered Official. That was a reference to her business, which she promotes to use her windy jars.
Mm-hmm.
Women bash women for their living their lives on their own terms. We should all accept one another's personal choices and freedoms. Not everyone has to take the same path or life by the same rules. I completely fucking agree.
Your audio seems really low, bro.
What?
Your audio went really low right now for me.
Okay. Everything's still the same. Nothing changed.
Okay.
Listen, if a woman could go on OnlyFans and legit fart to make money, then all power being. She's paying her bills. If this woman says she's selling farts in a jar, let her sell farts in a jar.
Well, I was asking if it was the most recent because she had to stop doing it.
This is from January 11th.
Okay, so the article from the week before that was from January 4th in the New York Post. And it says 90 Day Fiancé star retires from selling farts after a heart attack scare. So it says, joking on the top, it says she had a fart attack. Right? It says a reality TV star who launched a gassy venture peddled her fancy flatulence to strangers. Stephanie, 31, blew away people on social media when she recently announced that she makes more than $50,000 a week selling farts. The Connecticut resident had gained international recognition after appearing on the 90 Day Fiancé and later started her YouTube channel. Yeah. She then really made waves with her olfactory business by capturing her emissions in jars and selling them because she thought it would be a hilarious publicity move that would get a lot of people's attention. But after making $200,000 in sales, the influencer has announced her retirement when she passed one too many and got the winds knocked out of her. Maddow was rushed to a hospital with chest pains she feared were symptoms of a heart attack. After undergoing a battery of tests, including blood work and an EKG, Maddow was told that her pain was the result of her steady diet of gas-inducing beans and eggs. She said, I thought I was having a stroke, and these were my final moments. She said, I was completely overdoing it. It says the self-proclaimed fartrepreneur had squeezed out 50 jars worth of farts in a week to keep up with demand and even added protein shakes to her diet to make them more pungent. She said, I remember within a day I had about 3 protein shakes and a huge bowl of black bean soup. I could tell something wasn't right that evening when I was laying in bed and could feel a pressure in my stomach. It was quite hard to breathe, and every time I tried to breathe, I'd feel a pinching sensation around my heart. I was made clear that what I was experiencing wasn't a stroke or heart attack, but very intense gas pains. So in other words, she's selling way too many farts in a jar. And it built up so much that she thought she was having a heart attack. So she went to the hospital. So now she's laying off the jar farting for a little bit.
And how completely sad that it is that she stopped doing farts in a jar and Meice disappeared.
I know she's very upset about it.
And she got very emotional by it. Listen, I'm not going to... My phone will charge and it's died. It died and it's been plugged in. Oh, boy. Jump in on the iPad. Listen, enough about them. On this show so far, we've had baby pods that you stick in your vajayjay. We have vajankles. People will buy anything if it's a good gimmick.
Listen, Lynn, it's not even, you hate to say it's not sad, but there are people who have all kinds of fetishes for everything. Like things that you can't even, well, you can. I mean, shit, we talk about a lot. But there's things that people find sexually charging. You can't, if it's working for her, it's going to work for her. And this is, she's a beautiful young girl. She's television famous. People know her. And it's a gimmick that ride the wave, man.
Not for nothing.
Ride the wave.
Weren't they selling those fucking vagina-smelled candles from, like, back in the day?
Paltrow was selling her a vagina-smelling candle.
Who else was doing that? There was
Erykah Badu was doing it also.
Yeah. So if I'm going to buy somebody's fucking candle that smells like their vajayjay, there's likely a possibility I'll probably buy this bitch's fucking fart in a jar. I mean, if you really just want to smell ass and crotch all day, people are gonna buy this shit. You know, some people really like to, go that deep and dark.
Listen, there is a whole. You could sell anything on the internet. I mean, you could sell anything on the internet. Used underwear, used socks. People buy all of that stuff. Shit, I'm thinking about that. I wear socks every day.
Think of this one.
Do you know how much
There's a pill that makes your farts smell like roses and chocolate. Why would you want to do that?
Well, do you remember the pill that freaking made you shit glitter?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? We talked about that for a while too.
Yes, because everybody in the world wants to take a shiny shit.
You can't say you wouldn't stand there in wonderment.
Listen,
if there was freaking if you shit and it was glitter.
If it was probably the greatest idea since sliced bread, and I shout George Carlin out on this. If you ate rubber bands and you picked up your shit, you could fling it at people. That's a great idea. He always used to suggest tinsel. For that matter. Bernard says, do you remember the Listerine strips?
Oh, God, I remember those.
I had a girl ask me one time to put one on my tongue and go down on her. I did. In matters of seconds, she was in immense pain. Note to self, never do that
Bernard, do you remember? That was freaking, they used to do that with Altoids.
Mm-hmm.
Altoids was the biggest thing. Pop an Altoid in your mouth, go down on somebody. That was like the biggest thing. Not for nothing, fucking Altoids burn. You know? You have crevices that freaking minty shit shouldn't be in. I'm just saying.
I have to move.
But Altoids were a huge thing for a while. Pop an Altoid and go down on somebody. That was like the big thing.
Yes.
You
See,
know?
I even got the backup on that. Enzo, one of our big boys, goes, yes, Rick, you're right. The Anagaff candle is called the Goop by Gwyneth Paltrow.
And it was expensive. It was like $70 for the candle, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I would never pay $70 for a candle.
I mean, there were candles that were smelling like KFC. That may be possible. Or just drive around in your car with a bunch of fucking fried chicken for about a week.
Hey, Rad, what's going on?
You'd be okay.
Honey?
But damn, I don't know why everybody, you know what? Then again, this is Paint Train Pipebomb, and we find all this weird shit. Let's see here. For that matter, we might as well. We have two more articles. We're going to go over the hour and a half. But fuck it. Somehow, miraculously, we can probably get Meice back.
I don't know about that.
So recently, everybody started flying around again. Man got kicked off a flight for wearing women's underwear as a mask. Yes.
Didn't say what you had to wear as a mask over your face.
Pink underwear. This looks like it looks like a bikini type deal on his face.
It looks like a thong.
It's very possible. But he got kicked off the flight for wearing women's underwear as a mask. Now talk about smelling crotch.
Oh, stop.
First off, we don't know if these are clean underwear or not.
It doesn't matter.
I would hope and pray that they were clean underwear. That this man was just not on vacation. His wife didn't get a chance to wash her mentionables. And they get on the flight because he doesn't have a mask. So he reaches into the fucking bag and pulls out this. Bernard said this is a story about 15 years ago. A buddy of a buddy told me he used Sea Breeze as a lube one time.
Oh, no.
It did not go well. Maybe it was his wife's panties. That was a way to show how much he loves her. For all we know.
Meice's waiting.
For all we know. Let's try to get her in.
Live from my bed.
And she made an outfit change, too, on top of it.
No, I didn't. This is what I had on the whole time.
You had on a different hat.
No, I didn't. I had the red one on all this time.
No, it didn't look red before.
It was totally red.
Well, now it's red.
It's been red the whole time.
Her with the fucking disco lights above her bed.
Mm-hmm.
And you think she's not going to put the musical vagina thing in?
Right in my vagina.
Disco in Meice's room.
I can't see comments now. So hi. Welcome me back.
I don't understand why this should be a big issue, but
So what did they do to him? They threw him off the
they
flight?
kicked him off the flight for not having a proper mask to wear during the flight.
I mean, I get it. I do.
Listen, shit happens. Should have bought one of those 99-cent masks they have over the airport.
What mask is 99 cents in the airport?
They sell them for $1 before you get on the flight.
In the airport?
In the airport.
How much for our sunglasses in the airport?
$29.
That we could have bought in the dollar store for $1.
Exactly.
And we spent
$30
for sunglasses in the airport. So that mask was not $1 in the airport.
Finally, the last story for the evening. I kind of saved this one as a doozy. A camel beauty contest is rocked.
Wait, did you forget to add a toll in there somewhere?
No.
Okay, just want to make sure.
A camel beauty contest rocked by a Botox scandal. Camels use Botox. Okay?
Where?
First off, I didn't know camels had beauty contests.
I can't get past. I can't. All I see when I think of camel is a camel toe. I can't get past it.
Well,
Sorry.
read it so people understand what you're talking about.
This year's authorities have discovered dozens of breeders have injected camels' heads and lips with Botox to make them look bigger. This from Dubai. Saudi authorities have conducted their biggest ever crackdown on camel beauty contests that received Botox injections and other artificial touch-ups. The state-run Audi press agency reported Wednesday with over 40 camels being disqualified from the annual pageant.
Don't even ask what I'm doing.
Okay?
What are you doing?
I have animal crackers. I'm trying to find a camel. I'm not joking. I found one, but his hump is broken.
My hump.
So I was looking for a whole camel.
So at the Saudi Arabia's popular King Abdulaziz Camel Festival, which kicked off earlier this month, invites the breeders of the most beautiful camels to compete for a $66 million prize. Botox injections, facelifts, and other cosmetic alterations make the camels more attractive are prohibited. Jurors decide whether the winner is based on the shape of the camel's heads, necks, humps, dress, or postures.
Really?
How do I get into this shit?
There was not a whole camel. I'm sorry.
How do I get into this shit? A camel beauty contest. Your camel wins $66 million for you.
I'm in the wrong business.
We need to find a camel.
We need a fucking. Like again, does camel toe count? I know.
A girl I once dated looked like a camel. She smelled like one too. Maybe I could reconnect with her and enter her in the contest.
$66 million, Bernard. $66 million.
You're doing dating camels, Bernard.
I say go find that girl. I'll help you find her. Is she on Facebook? I am an excellent Facebook investigator. Let's do it.
Judges at the month-long festival in the desert northeast of Saudi capital's Riyadh are escalating their clampdown on artificially enhanced camels. Artificially enhanced camels.
They're trying to win a contest.
Okay.
It's like doping in baseball, but for camels.
This year's authorities discovered dozens of breeders had stretched out the lips and noses of their camels, used hormones to boost the beast's muscles, injected camel heads and lips with Botox to make them bigger, inflated body parts with rubber bands, and used filters to relax their faces.
He said, I'm just kidding. I'm probably the one that smelled.
I want her name. I'm going to call her up and tell her, Bernard.
I thought shit with horse racing was weird. Now it's camels in beauty contests.
Can I tell you a very super quick story?
What?
So my mom, her and my father went to Spain on vacation when I think right after they first got married. And a guy offered my father 4 camels for my mother. So clearly he came home with my mom and not the camel, so he refused the offer.
I mean, we should have had a conversation with your dad, because one of those camels might have been a pretty camel and he could have bought us 66 million. You could be a Saudi princess right now and not.
We could be living in the United Emirates, billionaires. But no, he's stuck with my mom. Jeez, took away all my fortune.
Now that I think about it, I am going to find a camel.
But they did. I swear to God. They used to tell the story all the time. The guy came over to my father and said, "Your wife is very beautiful. I'll give you 4 camels if you'll give her to me."
I want the going rate for a fucking camel is, can somebody please get her? What is
Not
the going?
If he traded your mom, though. Do you really want to know how much a camel goes for right now?
Fuck yes, I do.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna Google this.
How much is a camel?
How much is a camel?
Can you imagine if we all took collection and bought a camel and we just called it the Pain Train Camel?
Who the fuck is gonna groom this fucking thing?
I wouldn't exist because it was 4 years before I was born.
Okay, so here we go. A camel, as of December 13th, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
A camel costs anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000.
That's nothing.
And apparently there are other prices that if you buy them in Australia, they range anywhere from $500 to $3,500 Australian.
Can we get a $500 camel?
Well, can somebody do the Enzo? You're great at this. Can do a money exchange. $500 Australian to U.S.
Apparently, they have camels in Spain. I swear on my life, that's what they told me. That was the whole story.
But see, here's the catch. Here is the catch to the deal with the camel. The $20,000 camels are dependent on the breeding.
Of course.
So you can get a straight, low-out schlub fucking camel.
Well, that's like a horse. You can get all different kinds of breeds of horses.
Why would I want a special fucking camel?
Because it will bring you more money.
A $66 million beauty queen.
Again, why do I need a special fucking camel?
Because they're not going to give you $66 million for a schlub.
But if you, Enzo says it's $363.63. See, so for $400, you can go get a fucking camel in Australia.
Let's go.
Who wants to go in with me?
I'll go.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Just so you know, a pack of marbles costs like $30.
By the way, Bernard, that's an alpaca.
What?
This is the picture he sent. I'm going to put it up on the screen. He actually sent me the picture of an alpaca.
I love alpacas.
Not a camel. It's not a camel.
I love alpacas. They're so adorable.
They look like llamas, no?
That's an alpaca.
It is. I want one so bad. I showed you the video of the alpaca that was galloping after the little boy. I am obsessed. Yep. I really wanted an alpaca farm. I don't know if anybody else want.
I don't even know about.
Why don't we just get a big farm?
Where the fuck are you putting a farm? In Brooklyn, mind you. Where are you putting a farm?
I'm willing to leave Brooklyn if we got a farm.
I don't know about that.
I want pygmy goats to put in pajamas, and I want a llama or an alpaca.
I don't even know. I have no.
And we could get a camel.
I just want a cock. That's it.
I'm not getting any birds.
What?
You know how I feel about birds, Meice. They're evil.
What? But you eat chicken.
That's because it's dead.
It's like
the bird is dead. Live birds are the creepiest things on the face of the planet. They tried to kill me. We're not going through this again. I was attacked twice by birds. Clearly, they don't like me. That's why I eat more chicken. Go after me, I go after your family. That's how it is. The biggest turkey I could find on Thanksgiving, dead.
Oh. All righty.
With
that being said,
Thanks for stopping by.
any final comments? I'm completely flabbergasted right now about this camel and alpaca and pygmy goats and enough farm animals for one day. Thank you very much.
I got nothing.
I'm still sitting here traumatized.
Enzo sent you a message.
If I open this, Enzo, and there's a fucking bird on my phone, me and you are going to have a fight. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my
God.
I
open this and there's a bird on my phone, I'm going to kill someone.
Oh, he just sent the picture of Miley Cyrus. He called her a donkey. She's an ass. Just say it. She's an ass. All right, I guess I got to finalize the show for the evening. Unless you have anything to say.
It's a camel's for sale.
In the United States? Really? I know they have camels in Florida.
Florida?
Oh, shit.
$6,000 in Florida.
What part of Florida? Let's just make sure it's not the same camel.
It doesn't say.
It
just says location of Florida. Male camels, $7,000 in Missouri.
Oh, jeez.
Is he cute?
A camel, the fucking camel.
$9,800 in Arizona.
Where? Arizona? I know where that's at.
And he's only 10 months old.
Oh, it's a baby.
He said, it says handsome dromedary camel, 10 months, super sweet, will follow you into the house if you let him. Used in several events in schools for autistic children, excellent conformation and beautiful rich brown color. He's darker than the picture. Can take more pictures if you'd like.
First of all, he was called handsome and beautiful in the same paragraph. That's a fucking show pony right there. Just saying.
Oh.
Okay, so now I have a new thing now to add to my outro. Okay, apparently we need to buy a camel so we could win $66 million.
My God, look at his little face.
Go to paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com and buy up all of our merch so that way we can find $9,000 to buy a camel to make $66 million.
Oh.
In fact, there is a sale going on. I believe T-shirts are $15.
This camel's in Missouri, 6 months old, and he has good straight humps.
On that note.
He has some lovely humps.
On that note, we only have one more show for this week. That would be tomorrow.
Yes.
Pipebomb Radio NYC, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Myself and the Playmaker and maybe the Bear Man, if he's up for it, because, I made him do a show today, and I made him do a show yesterday. And then we won't be back again until Tuesday.
Yeah.
We have Saturday off. We have Sunday off. And I have Monday off. No shows for 3 days. Beautiful thing. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say.
We're done.
Thanks to everybody that tuned in. Once again, we need to buy a camel, buy merchandise, paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for your shirts, hats, mugs, skateboards, bedding stuff, bathing stuff. You know it. That's it. Catch you guys later.
Wow, did you like that show? Hey, if you did, and if you need merch, we got you. Don't forget to check out paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for show merchandise at great prices. Tune in next week for another episode of Pain Train Pipe Bomb.